Periscope and whatnot, and looking at, see here, we say you call people, your friend, whatnot, whatever. His own definition, like what they call something you throw away, right? Anything, or any other ethnicity or whatever else. My definition is if you have no friends, I guess, I don't really, it's not a definition of no friends, but I guess it's a definition. It's a standard of what it is. I don't really know. It must have been 2010, 9. Look at ours. Now it's playing on PSP. I was like, I had to find out something before I started work for some reason, and that was what I found out. I did a shuffle on the computer, and that was it. But, I mean, it's kind of stupid, but, I don't really think it's on such. Quite the career. A lot of people be like, that's fine, you know what I'm saying? That's not fine, you know what I mean? It's just like, what do you call it, man? Who wants to be called that, you know what I'm saying? Especially like that, hey, oh, you're Asian trash and stuff. Who's just calling it that? I don't know, it's just because they were too. Oh, man, I got a snake cake. I must have ate a large pizza in 5 minutes. I'm gonna drink some tea. Looking at this right here. I'm gonna pause really quick. Actually, I just told the car. Okay, I'm gonna get some service done. How to get it in. So, car is not only responsibility, but you have to put into the budget maintenance and stuff. That stuff costs money and stuff, and then, unforeseen repairs and stuff like that. If you're renting or whatever, you collect cars, or just car enthusiast. It's always a good thing about. Think about it. It's fun to think about. What kind of car did I get, or I'm gonna trade my car with what I car to get. You put so much into it, stereo system, whatever, any modifications, whatever, and that's so, you have to sell it as is, and then you have to start all over again.
The president's former lawyer may have no choice but to appear before
So,
after all.
let's go here.
Testified before the Senate.
And we were talking about spectrum or something like that. People might call something else beyond a certain age, as you call it. It's called beyond the spectrum. It's called the spectrum. That's a condition in itself. I think, I must have said some things, because I don't feel like involved and whatnot and such and such. And and here's you got brights on the screen, but I was saying earlier so I'm looking at the thing. I was saying earlier about the diagram of the Democrats and what that is, and I learned it from a class where I withdrew from, and it just so happened that the professor's name was Rosenberg. I don't know, that was his name at the time, so whatever, right? And so he wore New Balance or whatever, but I withdrew because for some reason, I don't know why, I got that knowledge and then I withdrew for some reason. I think I was enrolled in economics class. And, but what I learned before I withdrew, the 7 days I was in there, I guess, or whatever, how many days I was in there before, I learned that the diagram of Democrats and Republicans and how they work in relation to taxes and stuff like that, or in relation to services and taxes and stuff like that. So, so if I was to elaborate again, like Democrats are for more people, more services or whatnot. At the same time, Republican especially venture capitalist Republicans, are more for paying taxes to encompass whatever laws they need to protect them and stuff like that. Whether on down from beat cops, on beat police, off and on down, it goes on down, top of there, Supreme Court.
You've already done the hard part.
So I mean, what I'm saying, no cheese is involved and stuff. How I say it. So what is it that that is I think all that stuff is in place in the government, and
Very helpful in an investigation.
so. So I say some things during the day. It's like, oh yeah, it's always tough to talk about like some of the nightly hosts and stuff like that on CNN. You know what? I mean, it's the same thing. I'm interfacing at the same time. I guess it's an unfair question because I'm not, but it's not so unfair that I'm watching and something like that. Because it's always going to be like deleted, but I don't really know. I mean, I guess if I can retract, if I was to retract on something, I'd say something like,
I don't think when
oh, you force, and to be honest with you, when you,
there is going to be a day of reckoning for this president. And
I don't really know, I don't really know. It's like for example, if you have medicine, if you have cannabis medicine and stuff like that, you prefer to smoke by yourself instead of smoking with a group of people. It's always open to plenty of interpretation.
He said there is a strategy. The strategy will become apparent. There have been these objections. Become obvious.
So this is all just lip service. Not lip service, but and if I was a snag, and I have background noise and stuff like that, and if I was a snag on something on lawyers and subpoenas and something or other, and so. Maybe so something like okay, so maybe like getting dough and stuff like that. Not getting dough, but so you look at these everyday things that I go through where I have to like say to myself, all right, how am I gonna protect myself, my dogs in this situation? And it seems to me that just driving down the street to do simple things like pick up the dinner and stuff, you run into these type of problems. And before I even went to go order the food and everything, I was like, man, it's the Embassy Suites 3 nights for me and my dogs doesn't sound too bad, once in a while to get away from the.
We want to find out if the president
it's
by the Russians.
Just like someone that goes away, gets off their job, they break the monotony by going somewhere else or doing something else to get an evening dinner or something like that, or whatever it is, a couple nights off and stuff like that. It's almost the same because you just can't pour your emotions and stuff and your mind and stuff and so and physical into energies to the TV or whatnot and opinions of yourself, and then go out into the road and have to worry about something like that usually no celebrity people don't really have to face in that seriousness. And how I call wolves and stuff. Ellen, I was snagged on
the president, I think, has repeatedly said, go after.
So it's like, so if there's no convention to the fact that how people confront you, then how can convention then really it's a guerrilla tactic, as I said before. So I say. So that's it. If people square up and be like, hey, whatever, it's always a fight or flight situation with me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm gonna straighten out my back and stuff with me in that way, but it's not gonna be like to the point where it's like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? Just stab me back, run away, stab me back from all directions and stuff like that, and just do that all day long, every day of the year, every day, all year long. Where you just kind of get up to where you're like, you're like, damn, who's on your side? There's really nobody on your side other than your family and stuff like that, and other than yourself, really, and your family and stuff like that, of course, for your dogs and stuff. And you don't really, people say, oh, I retired, and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, or you chose that route or something like that. It shows that's what's
or maybe 3 lawyers and a Giuliani.
I don't really know what it is what the equation is in that. You get paid to do this. If you were going to sit up there and walk down the street and something like that, if something was to happen, of course you're going to defend yourself. So by nature, you're just going to do that anyway. But to make it a job, to be like, put on some super double XL briefs and be like walking around town and be like, you know what I mean, and all this stuff. guardian angels and stuff like that. That's something different too. I don't know if they get paid to do all that. You know what I mean?
It doesn't necessarily
And
I think the president
I don't know what the consequences are to these other people, but you don't ever hear about them. You don't ever hear about them like in hearsay and like maybe the internet or something, but you don't know for a fact. You know, so you just might, so you run into that person again and be like, you still have the same attitude towards them. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Well, last time you ran into my shit for no reason, you know what I'm saying? Thought it was funny when you tapped your homie to the side or whatever. You know, so you don't really know the consequences.
You named the 800,000 federal employees who aren't getting paid. We'll introduce you to parents who depend on that federal paycheck. Tonight are concerned their electricity could be shut off. Their daughter needs a